My name's Reid, and I've been the Provost here at Providence College since July 1st. Most recently, prior to this, I had served as the Dean of the School of Business at Ithaca College. I'm originally from Boston, Massachusetts. I went to the Naval Academy for my undergraduate education, served 8 years on active duty, and then left to join the reserves and went to the University of Rhode Island to pursue a PhD in finance. Well, I've been very familiar with Providence College since I was a kid. Growing up in Boston, many of my friends went off to Providence College. Prior to Ithaca College, I worked at Quinnipiac University, and Providence College is a peer school for both Quinnipiac and Ithaca. We compete for many of the same students, so I was very familiar with Providence and its programs. I also, through AACSB, got to know Sylvia Maxfield, the Dean of the School of Business, who actually worked with me while I was at Ithaca College for my AACSB accreditation. PC has an incredible academic reputation, particularly over the last 10 years. The improvements in U.S. News Report rankings and the recognition for the business school. It's really a showcase as one of the top performing academic schools in the Northeast, and one that many colleges aspire to. I don't necessarily feel that there are areas that need to be improved, but I do think that there are some areas that could be better marketed. For example, just last week went on a tour of the Science Center in Rouen with the chair of the chemistry department, and was amazed at the lab space and the incredible things that they're doing in the natural sciences and STEM more broadly that you don't hear a lot about from PC. But the opportunities for undergraduate students to do cutting-edge research that in some cases results in academic publications with their faculty is really incredible at this level. There are many academic programs that are highlighted in the PC 200 strategic plan that I plan to give a lot of attention to. At this point, I'm still in the fact-finding phase of being the provost, but I do know the two areas that will get a lot of attention are the humanities program and interdisciplinary programs. Many people are surprised that a business dean is such an enthusiastic supporter of the humanities, but beyond being a political science major as an undergraduate student, I am a huge history buff and a big proponent of the humanities. One of the examples that I used to use all the time in admissions events for the business school at my previous institution was telling the story of a very successful alum that worked for a Big Four accounting firm. And at a student question and answer session, the student asked what was the most important course that he had taken while he was a student at that school. And this very successful alum said History 101. And all of the accounting students that were there in attendance got wide-eyed and asked what History 101 had to do with accounting. And the alum went on to explain that in that class he had been forced to learn to write really well, to phrase his arguments, to present the facts and critically think, that made him a very successful accountant. Being able to communicate that very complex information in an informative way was what allowed him to rise to become a partner at that Big Four accounting firm.